Born and raised in Chicago, mixed martial artist Terry Martin has two passions in his life: fighting and education. Martin stands 5'9", 185 pounds with an impressive mixed martial arts record. He has a high regard for education, holding a bachelor's degree, master's, and currently pursuing his doctorate. Juggling school and training is very difficult, but Martin is focused and disciplined and looking for another win in the UFC. Terry, first off, thanks so much for the interview. Born and raised in Chicago, you're 26 years old. When you were growing up, I understand that you kind of ran with a couple of groups that weren't the best groups to be hanging out with at the time. What was the point where you decided this is truly not the direction I want my life to go in?
Most of my friends I grew up with, they ended up going to jail, life, 20-year sentences. Dead.
You were actually literally shot, am I correct, 5 times?
What happened was my mother ended up getting some property over there with the other gangs and whatnot, and I was begging her, like, don't move over there, and she was like, whatever, and we ended up moving over there, and when it happened, I was in the hospital, and for me to sit up around here and walk around, I got shot close range with a .357. And I still got a bullet enlarged in my lower part of my back right now.
Well, you basically, I mean, you really changed the direction of your life in the respect that, you know, you have a really impressive background in education. You have a bachelor's degree in psychology, master's degree from Concordia University, and right now you're currently getting your doctorate at the Adler School of Professional Psychology. So why was education, why is that so important to you?
That's a good question. You have to realize you take a kid who been a behavior disorder. As a kid, I was diagnosed with ADHD. I was always suspended, truancy, going to jail. For those 8 years, I never really took school serious. You know, you get some people who like finish their bachelor's degree or even high school, they burned out. That's why I'm kind of like not burnt out, because you know, the first 8 years I never was in school. I never did no schoolwork, so you know that was, I think that there is what plays a toll.
September 19th on Spike TV, he's fighting Chris the Crippler Lieben.
It's on free TV, my first fight on free TV, against a guy that's he's a guy that likes to bang, and his style matches perfect with me.
Usually people resort, when the heat's on, they resort back to their nature. And we expect a brawl out of him, and we expect Terry to be on the winning end of that brawl.
This guy here, he's gonna sit there with me. You know, he's gonna duke it out with me. So that's what I like.
Who in particular? I mean, if you had to take on anybody in the UFC, who in particular would you like, if your next match to be with?
I would love for a title shot. I heard that the UFC is coming here to Chicago. I would love to get a title shot here. I'm not worried about any 185-pounder in the UFC now. So I'm pretty confident that my training partners and my training coaches, Team No Ego and Flow MMA, we're not worried about nobody.
Well, you are a true inspiration, and it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best on the 19th.
Thank you.